of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club number 7717440. I welcome all our members and guests to this meeting. The mission of this Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which the members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills, which results in greater self-control and personal growth. This is an educational program and we don't discuss matters related to sex, politics, and religion. I request all of you to please put off or put to silent mode your mobile phones or any other electronic devices which may cause disturbance during this meeting. It is my pleasure and privilege in introducing our President, Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murli, as the presiding officer for today's meeting. She is a happy homemaker, a champion TT speaker, and an active Toastmaster. She is also our club mentor. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests, it is my pleasure in welcoming this warm and caring, inspiring leader to preside over today's meeting. Over to you, Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murli.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia, for those nice words. Good evening and welcome to 49th meeting of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Indeed, it's a momentous occasion for all of us in the Jasmine Brigade Exicom because this is practically the last meeting in our current term. So it's a pleasure inviting you all to this wonderful meeting that is ahead of us. So before we begin, as usual, let's welcome our guests. I request all the members, please introduce your guests.
Thank you, Madam President. We have our guest evaluator and champion, and he needs no introduction. Our reigning SATAC champion in multiple fronts, Dr. Sundar Ramalingam is with us. It's our privilege, ma'am.
Thank you so much, DTM Sundar, for joining us today. Indeed, our pleasure and privilege having you as a guest evaluator tonight. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much, Madam President, Toastmaster Vijita, and thank you, Toastmaster Bala, for inviting me. I've come across a lot and heard a lot about Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. We've been doing quite an impressive job in the last 3 years of inception. Unfortunately, I couldn't join you during your annual day ceremony, but I didn't want to miss this opportunity, so I took my time off and joined you all. Pleasure is mine being with you all here. Looking forward. Over to you.
Thank you, sir, so much. And a small correction, the Toastmasters Club is just 2-year-old. The Mind Academy is 3 years old. The Toastmasters Club is just 2-year-old. So we are a young club, comparatively young club in the division and district. And it's a pleasure having a champion amongst us today. Indeed, congratulations to you once again. Though I met you personally on the celebration function they had, it's a pleasure congratulating you once again, sir. Well done and well deserved indeed. Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure is mine.
Any more guests who have joined us today?
Madam President, we have Madam Safa joining us from India. She has went through the profile of Mind Academy and she has volunteered to be part of our sessions, ma'am. Madam Safa is with us.
Wonderful having you with us, Ms. Safa. Welcome to Mind Academy. We are going to have a few more guests who will be joining in. We have Mr. Ranjit who will be joining in. He has been part of our meetings in the past too. So he'll be joining us in a short while from now. And as and when the guests arrive, we'll be welcoming them. And let's get going today with today's meeting. And as usual, let's start by recapping what we had in the last meeting. So in place of our club secretary, let me invite Toastmaster Bala to read the minutes of our previous meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Bala.
Thanks a lot, Madam President, for giving me this opportunity to share the minutes of meeting number 48 for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Good evening, Toastmasters and distinguished guests. The Sergeant at Arms, Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Bala, started the meeting promptly at 6:15 p.m. Our presiding officer for the day, Madam Toastmaster, President Vijita Murli, welcomed all the members and guests to the evening. The Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Meera Nambia, welcomed to all for the table topics mania. It was a special meeting. Madam Toastmaster Meera Nambiar introduced the word of the day as rendition. Timers, there were different timers for different segments. It was Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan and Toastmaster Ramisan Nambiar. And the vote counter for the evening was Madam Toastmaster Jyoti Bala. The session was split into 5 segments, 4 TT sessions and 1 evaluation session. The segment 1 was with the theme Sell Me, where the participants had to sell a product given to them to the audience. The evaluator for that particular segment was distinguished Toastmaster and our club mentor and founder director of Mind Academy, Sri Murali Krishnan sir. And the second, the speakers were Toastmaster Ramesh Nambiar, Toastmaster Aravind, Toastmaster Mudra, Toastmaster Ranjit, and Toastmaster Beena ma'am. The second segment was let's imagine, where our imagines were told to be wild and free by Madam Meera, and the evaluator for the segment was our president, Madam Vijita. So Toastmaster means like yours truly, Toastmaster Murli Rao, and our speech crafter Padma ma'am and DTM Murali Krishnan sir and Toastmaster Jyoti Bala were the speakers for that particular segment. And the segment which followed was life lessons to be elaborated by the participants. The evaluator was yours truly. The speakers were Toastmaster Mehul, Toastmaster Vijita, distinguished Toastmaster Shibu, Toastmaster Mudra, and DTM Murli sir. The last segment was the relay, a marathon of storytelling. The evaluator for that particular segment was distinguished Toastmaster Shibu. The speakers, the relay carriers, if I may have to say so, were Toastmaster Murli, Toastmaster Mehul, yours truly, Toastmaster Ranjit, and Toastmaster Vijita ma'am. The evaluation session was well anchored by Toastmaster Meera ma'am, and the best speakers for the TT Mania were Toastmaster Mudra ma'am for the first segment, Toastmaster Murli Rao sir for the second segment, Toastmaster Mehul for the third, and DTM Murli sir for the fourth. And yours truly was adjudged as the best evaluator for the segment. And then the upcoming formation of the new ExCom was discussed in the business session, and the meeting was adjourned at 8:07 p.m. So that was the record for the last meeting. Thank you, and back to you, Madam President.
Toastmaster Bala for reading out the minutes of our previous meeting. Are there any additions or corrections to the read out minutes?
Madam President, I think the winners were declared in, I think, the third round winner and the fourth round winners, they were swapped, I guessed, in the minutes. So I was the winner for the third round, and I'm not very sure about who was.
Mehul was the winner in the
Yeah,
poll.
Mehul. So that got swapped, looks like, in the minutes.
Sure, we'll have it corrected. Thank you so much for pointing it out, DTM Murli. And anything else to be corrected? With that correction that DTM Murli mentioned, I declared the minutes as a true record of our meeting number 48. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bala, once again for taking us through a memorable TT Mania session that we had in the last meeting. Now moving ahead, we have come to the fag end of the current term, and the Jasmine Brigade is just feeling so proud that we have completed one whole year of leadership, and we feel that the Mind Academy family, with your support, guidance, and cooperation, we have pulled it through the year, and I'm sure that we did, touch a few milestones that our predecessors had said. And I'm indeed really proud to say that we have met all the objectives that we set upon at the beginning. We were planning that we should achieve the 10 DCP points like we did in the first year, that we were able to do it. And in the very first year, we were able to send 2 people to SITAC finals. We had that promise in mind as well. And we are indeed proud to say that we had 2 people represent our division in the SITAC finals. Together with that, we had our Gavel Club being involved in the SITAC finals as well. And 3 of our Gaveliers, they made us proud by being part of the finals of the Gavelier speech contest. Indeed, a proud moment for all of us, and Mind Academy family and also the Jasmine Brigade. We are ever so grateful to all of you for giving us this opportunity to lead the club and also for your support, guidance, and cooperation in making this year a memorable one as well. Thank you so much to each and every member of Mind Academy for being there for us. And we want and we urge all of you to give the same support and cooperation to the incoming team under the astute leadership of Toastmaster Ramesh Nambiar and his team. Please do support them the same way that you have supported the Jasmine Brigade. And we are sure that we are going to achieve many, many more milestones in the coming year. And it's going to be a rocking year of Toastmastering as always at Mind Academy. I can see a few more of our guests who have joined in. Let me welcome them to the meeting. I can see Mr. Sushil. I can see Toastmaster Ranjit joined us once again. Welcome to Mind Academy. It's a pleasure having you once again with us, Toastmaster Ranjit. And two more, Ketan. Mr. Ketan has joined us. I think Bala would be knowing.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Toastmaster Ketan is a well-wisher of Team Mind Academy, and he is and social, what do you say, an entrepreneur, if I may have to say so, and he's into electric vehicle design and startup phase. So, and he's joining, ma'am. And also, we are also being joined by Mr. Mark. He's representing global scales from Japan, ma'am. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bala, for introducing your guests to us. And I wholeheartedly welcome all guests, Mr. Ketan, Mr. Mark, Mr. Sushil, and all the other guests who have joined us on this momentous occasion of the 49th meeting and the last meeting of the current term. So now it's time to begin the educational session, and take us through the educational session. We have with us a gentleman who is, I would say, you will not be able to judge him when you look at him at first. You'll take him to be a soft-spoken person, but as and when he, performs in front of others or on the stage, he just transforms beautifully into a powerful speaker. And this time he made us proud by being one of the finalists at SATAC in the international speech category. He was also the first VP education of our club. And, I can just go on and on about this gentleman. He is going to be the Toastmaster of the day today, Toastmaster Murli Rao. So it's over to him. He'll be taking us through the educational session. Over to you, Toastmaster Murli.
Thank you very much, Madam President, for that elating introduction. Dear friends, fellow Toastmasters and guests, a very warm good evening. A Swedish proverb says, fear less, hope more, eat less, chew more, pine less, breathe more, talk less, say more, hate less, love more, and good things will be yours. Something we already know, but seldom understand. Consuming more and more stuff around us, foods, clothes, furniture, hatred, self-pity. We want more and often forget that what we already have. One Gavelier last week pointed out to me, you don't possess your possessions, they possess you. Very profound, isn't it? This Friday, as usual, I had gone to my weekend job. As I huffed and puffed myself in the sweaty and sultry evening breeze, I could see all the fun and frolic around. Moms busy socializing with their friends, some bringing out the spread of goodies that they brought for the evening dinner, fathers doting their young ones as they ran across the park, the teens enjoying a nice game of cricket or football depending on their likes. Taking in the scene, I completed my job, removed my shoes, had a quick snack, and lied down on the grass staring at the sky. I thought, wow, this is it. No frills. Everybody enjoy? Me too. Full of sweat and the summer's heat still on. It couldn't take anything away to dampen the moment. So you see, it doesn't take too much to be content. You have to start appreciating what you have. Ladies and gentlemen, today's theme of the day is when less means more. This expression first appeared in a poem by Robert Browning, Andrea del Sarto, in the year 1855, The Faultless Painter. In one of the lines, he says, "Yet do much less, so much less. Well, less is more, Lucrezia. I am judged." The painter says that he doesn't have to work too hard to create a perfect painting, while other men envy the ease with which he creates the perfect paintings. However, they forget that he does not have something that they do. Ladies and gentlemen, each one of us is gifted in our own unique ways by nature. What we think as less is the more that someone else might want. So find your peace and live and cherish each moment as they come. They are just perfect as they are. Enjoy life in all its lucidity. With that, I would ask you all to ponder on that for the rest of the evening and focus on the two speeches that we have and some brilliant table topics coming on our way. To conduct tonight's meeting successfully, I have a lineup of dedicated and diligent team. Let me introduce each one of the assignees. I request you to hold your virtual applause until I introduce all of them. The grammarian and word master tonight is none other than the very articulate Toastmaster Beena Modi. Toastmaster Beena is a homemaker from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. She has done her MBA in finance and has a total of 8 years experience in multidisciplinary fields like finance, accountancy, sales, etc. She loves painting in her free time and fitness freak. She is an optimist and her motto is be happy and make others happy. She joined Toastmaster to overcome her fear of public speaking and learning. Her husband works in Satrok. She has a beautiful daughter and she is a self-confessed workaholic. I would request Toastmaster Beena to provide us the word of the day and a brief of her role for today. Over to you, Toastmaster Beena.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Murali Rao sir, for such a nice introduction. Fellow Toastmaster, distinguished guests, warm good evening to all. Today, I have a dual role to play as a grammarian and word master. As a grammarian, my duty is to listen all speeches very carefully and make a notes about good and bad usages of the language. As a word master, I will introduce the word of the day and explain different usages of the word with a proper illustration to enable us to expand our vocabulary. At the end of the meeting, I will present report when called upon to do so. Murali Rao sir, can you please share the screen? Okay. The word of the day is a lucidity. Lucidity is a noun. Meaning of the word is clarity of expression, intelligibility. It goes along with the theme. The adjective is a lucid, expressed clearly, easy to understand. Typical synonym of the word, clarity, simplicity. Antonyms are unclarity, ambiguity, inaccuracy. Let's see the usage of it. His writings were marked by extraordinary lucidity and elegance of style. Lucidity has been honest and continued intention. 2 weeks after the accident, my lucidity returned and I was able to make rational decision again. Now I request you to all speakers enjoy using the word of the day. Hope the word of the day is lucid to everyone. Over to you, Toastmaster Murli Rao sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Veena, for explaining us the word of the day so lucidly. Tonight's general evaluator is Toastmaster R.N. Balasubramaniam. I will introduce Toastmaster Bala when we enter the general evaluation round. I request Toastmaster Bala to please acknowledge your presence and provide your brief on the role today. Over to you, Toastmaster Bala.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. My role as a general evaluator is to observe the meeting proceedings from the beginning, which I have started to do so, and also to carry out the evaluation session with the help of stalwart evaluators who are in our midst to take through the session and anchor the evaluation session, to give positive feedbacks and areas to improve for the speakers for the evening. So thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala. And now let me introduce our timer for the day. You know, he's like Dravid for the Indian team. Toastmaster Ramesh Nambiar. Toastmaster Ramesh Nambiar, hailing from Kannur, Kerala. He is a chemist with 35 years of experience in a variety of industries like chemicals, agrochemicals, plastics, in a variety of fields like quality, technical support, management systems, technical marketing, etc. And he has been in Saudi Arabia for the last 20 plus years, currently working as the technical and quality manager with Gulf Stabilizers Industries, Dubai. I request Toastmaster Ramesh to please acknowledge your presence and briefly explain your role as timer. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Murli, for that towering introduction. In the year 1895, Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto noticed that 20% of the peoples in his garden produced 80% of the peas, and 20% of the population in Italy owned 80% of the land. The theory, although not an exact science, appears everywhere. These are the observations by Pareto that most things in life are not evenly distributed. Quality guru Joseph M. Juran developed this concept in the context of quality control and improvement, naming it after the Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, popularly known as Pareto principle or 80-20 rule, which is still used as a vital tool for quality improvement. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests, good evening to all. To make the most of your time, you need to know that typically 20% of your activities contribute about 80% of your work output. Focus on the tasks that help reach your goal. You can focus on what needs to be done, know how much time is available to complete them, and put your mind at ease. My role as timer is to keep time for all the speakers and evaluators to ensure that everyone speaks within their allotted time slot. This will also help in ensuring that the meeting runs on time. The time allotted for prepared speech is 5 to 7 minutes, with a grace period of 30 seconds on either side. Screen shall turn green after 5 minutes, yellow after 6 minutes, and red after 7 minutes, which remains till the end. For the keynote speech, time is 18 to 22 minutes, green at 18, yellow at 20 minutes, and red at 22 minutes with a grace period of 30 seconds. For table topics, the time allotted is 1 to 2 minutes with 30 seconds grace period on the upper side. Green at 1 minute, yellow at 1.5 minutes, and red at 2 minutes. Time allotted for evaluation is 2 to 3 minutes with 30-second grace period on either side. Green at 2 minutes, yellow at 2.5 minutes, and red at 3 minutes. I will present my report when called upon by the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesan, for lucidly explaining the timer's role. And I'm sure everybody caught on to the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. Thank you once again. Our table topic master tonight is Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia. I'll introduce her in detail in the table topic session. However, I would request Toastmaster Mudra to acknowledge your presence and briefly explain your role as table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. I am very much present, and I wish a pleasant evening to all the distinguished fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, as your table topics master, it is my duty to prepare a set of interesting and stimulating table topics for the impromptu speech session and to lead a lively table topic session when called upon to do so. With that said, I hope you all enjoy the set of topics which prepared specially for today and have fun with it. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mudra. I'm sure we are all excited to and looking forward to the table topic session. And tonight's vote counter is Madam Toastmaster Meera Nambia. Toastmaster Meera is a Keralite brought up in Mumbai. She has worked as a training officer with Hindustan Unilever Limited. She continues not only to teach people, but also she continues to learn. I just heard she's joined an arts academy, and she is a great painter. She has taught in the junior primary school in IS Jubail, and now a devoted homemaker, and she supports the family. Madam Toastmaster Meera, could you please explain your role as the vote counter today?
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and respected guests. As the vote counter, I'll collect and count the ballots when the audience votes for the best speaker, best table topic speaker, and the best evaluator. At the end of the meeting, I'll announce the winner when called upon to do so. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Meera. And now, let's begin the educational session with our prepared speeches. Are all the speakers and evaluators ready? Is the audience ready? So let's move on to yet another exciting session. Tonight's first speaker is our young and budding Toastmaster Sai. Toastmaster Sai Kishore Satyala is an instrumentation engineering graduate and currently working as an analyzer engineer in Kenya. Toastmaster Sai loves watching comedy programs and likes to self-educate himself on finance and investment, even though he's a guru himself. His goals is early retirement and having an organic life. And Toastmaster Viju Raghavan is his evaluator. I would request Toastmaster Viju to acknowledge his presence and provide the speech details and objectives to the audience. Over to you, sir.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day. The project purpose is for the member is to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. So the feedback from this speech will be utilized for developing his futures, the next speech, and delivering and looking for the improvements. And we wish all the best for the speaker. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Viju. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Toastmaster Sai Kishore Satyala. Title of the speech, I Don't Know. I Don't Know by Toastmaster Sai Nand Kishore. Over to you, sir. The stage is all yours.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir, very much.
Am I visible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmasters of the day. People are felt. rather than seen after the first few moments. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. Greetings to all. I don't know. It's not a negative state of mind. Every discovery has come from this realization. When you admit that I don't know, then your journey of seeking starts. A seeker shall never know the comfort of conclusions. The basis of seeking is that you have realized that you don't know. Seeking or carving to know is basics for the Indian spiritual history. When I started thinking and realizing about this very concept of I don't know, I felt like, is it relevant or could I in my day-to-day life? I tried to implement and analyze this concept in different situations, different friends, colleagues, and with my family members. It worked quite well, and I started not to judge or create opinions around the people around me. I don't know is a tremendous possibility to make your mind think in a particular way and ready to listen, accept, understand before you judge or have opinion on a person or a situation. I will share few circumstances I utilized and implemented this concept of I don't know and the impact which had happened after that. Once I saw my son playing with almost all of the toys available in house in a single room. I was very angry and started shouting on him and asked him to clear the mess as soon as possible. He was disappointed and very sad. I only saw the mess he created around the room. My thought process just stopped there. After seeing his face, I approached him gently and asked him what his thought process or what he's playing. He felt very happy and started sharing with me what he's playing. It's a battlefield and he has a war between two groups, etc., and so on. He's explaining each and everything. So I felt very bad about myself, creating an opinion about the mess he created. But later I realized the lovely conversation with my son. I will share one more situation where I utilized the same concept of I don't know when I had a discussion with my friend. My friend, he used to call me once every two, 3 months when he's in a happy mood or when he's in sad mood. He used to share a lot of things with me. He used to call me and talk with me for hours together. So this happening from 2-3 years because of the different time zones. He used to call to my office. So I used to spend my office hours with him. So when a situation came for me where I was low, morally low, and wanted to share because I'm alone in Saudi and my family is in vacation, so I don't want to disturb my family. I thought I will dial him. So when I sent a message to him, he immediately responded. I felt very happy. When we started conversing, suddenly he got a call from his office and he told that he'll get back to me as soon as possible. But it never happened. After 2 days, he called me, he contacted me. So I was, within these 2 days, I had different thoughts. I had different opinions about him. I created a lot of things. I started judging him. What is this? I spent so much time morally down, and he did not even call me for 2 days. Later, I started implementing this I don't know. So I started analyzing. I want to be neutral. I don't want to judge. I don't want to estimate his situation. So after 2 days, he called me and he told me the situation which he's stuck up and he could not reach me in these 2 days. So it helped. It helped. It is actually, I was very happy that I did not created any opinion, a negative opinion on him. This is one situation, and there are numerous situations where I implemented this concept of I don't know. So I started realizing the potential of I don't know and had moments of lucidity. When you realize I don't know, the longing, the seeking, and the possibility of knowing arises. So I believe you also try to implement this concept and have a peaceful mind. Over to you, Toastmaster today. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai, for taking us lucidly through that very profound concept of I don't know. Congratulations once again. Dear friends, are we ready for the second speaker tonight? Our second speaker tonight is none other than our president, Madam Toastmaster Vijitha Murli, the leader of the Jasmine team. A homemaker and an active Toastmaster. She was also the past president of the Periyar Toastmaster Club and the current president and also a mentor of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. To evaluate Madam Toastmaster Vijitha Murli, we have DTM Sundar Ramalingam here. I would request DTM Sundar to acknowledge his presence and provide the speech details and objectives of her speech to the audience. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Murli. It's indeed a pleasure evaluating your president, Toastmaster Vijitha Murli, who's almost at the pinnacle of completing her path. And this is going to be her level 5 project 2. And the project is all about preparing to speak professionally. Speech title, I believe the Toastmaster of the Day would be introducing it. Let me keep it surprise. So the speech purpose is for the member to practice developing and presenting a longer speech. And the member shall deliver an engaging keynote style speech. The speech may be humorous, informational, or any style the member chooses. And the member shall demonstrate excellent presentation skills and deliver compelling content. And the project should not be a report of the Prepare to Speak Professionally project. The speech length, as described earlier by the timer, would be 18 to 22 minutes. And all the very best, Toastmaster Vijitha. Over to you, Toastmaster Murli.
Thank you, DTM Sundar, for explaining the speech objective very lucidly and keeping my thunder to where it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Madam Toastmaster Vijitha Murli. Title of her speech, Can Leaders Be Made? Can Leaders Be Made by Madam Toastmaster Vijitha Murli. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Murli Rao, for those nice words. Dear audience members, let me start with the same question that is the title of my speech. Can leaders be made? If we can have a few answers from the audience, can leaders be made?
Yes, ma'am. I believe so.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Bala says yes. Anybody who feels no, leaders can't be made, leaders are born. Anyone who feels that? No. Okay. Okay. Now let me take you through a small presentation. I was one of those few people who thought that leaders can't be made. Leaders are either born the way great leaders are born. This was way back in 2010, before I joined Toastmasters. Okay, so what happened? What miracle happened during these 10, 12 years that transformed me from thinking that leaders are only born and not made? Let me share a few glimpses of what I have learned over these years as the president, as the VP education of it, and also the committee head and the vice chair of many committees. Let me share with you. I have learned that leadership, it is not about position. It is about action. It's about example. It's how you project yourself to others. Leaders must lead from the front. A leader is one person who shows the team that he is leading how it is done. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Say John Maxwell. So leader is always one who leads from the front. He should lead by example. So if you are a person, if you are leading a team and you expect your team members to be punctual or maybe some attribute that you want them to exhibit, you must be exhibiting that attribute or that quality in yourself first. Only then will your teammates or your team members follow that. It's the one golden rule of leadership. It is that a leader is a person who shows the way to the team. So if you want to become a successful leader, all you have to do is whatever you expect from your team, be it punctuality, be it sincerity, be it commitment, you have to imbibe those qualities within yourself first. And only then can you have the right to expect it from your team members as well. So that's what I say when I say lead from the front. So this is one lesson I learned from my leadership journey so far with Toastmasters. And mind you, I was born in a small middle class family, and I was the second child. So it was never, I was never given an opportunity to lead, and often the decisions were made on part of me because I was never given an opportunity to decide something. So I never thought I was ever a leader back then. Only when I joined Toastmasters and I got opportunities to lead a team or lead a club is when I noticed that, yes, I do have this trait in me. The only difference is that I was not given a platform or a chance to, exhibit the lead qualities a leader has. So when I got that chance through Toastmasters, that's exactly when I realized that, yes, leaders can be made. Let me take you to the next slide, which is envision. A leader should always have a goal and a plan to achieve that goal. Only then can a leader be a successful leader. That's what all studies, and if you look around yourself, all successful leaders for that matter, all of them, they have a plan and a goal. Because a journey without a destination it's just like futile. You need lucidity about the goal that you are out to reach and the plan to how reach the goal. Only then can you become a successful leader and lead a successful team. If you don't have a plan, it's just a wish. The goal is just a wish. The goal becomes successful only when you have a plan on how to achieve it. That's one thing that when we say envision, we must envision the goal. We must envision the paths you have to take to reach that goal. When everything is lucid, when you are yourself convinced about the plan, only then can you lead a team to reach that goal. That is what when we say envision, you have to envision the goal, and only then you can have lucid clarity with your team, and only then you can plan it so that you achieve that goal. For example, I can tell you this year when we started out, we had a lot of challenges because we were a Jasmine Brigade. All of us were not present in the kingdom. Many of us were in India, and many of us had personal reasons. We had you can all understand when a woman is in charge of the family, she has a lot of responsibilities that she cannot back out from. So obviously, we had a few challenges and hiccups, but we as a team somehow survived it. We were there for each other. We had each other's back. We had a plan, and that's how we set out to reach this goal of achieving DCP points, full 10 DCP points, plus making everything possible to give you quality meetings. So everything starts with a goal. Only then will it become possible for you to achieve it. Otherwise, it's just a vision. Now, let me move you to the third slide, which says acceptance. What do you mean by acceptance? We all know that not everybody knows everything. You may be good at something, but you may be bad, or you may not be very knowledgeable about other things. So you must be in a state of mind to accept that yes, I'm not the only one person or the ultimate source of all knowledge. There are people who are better than me, and it is okay to go to them for giving advices, to get advices or sound advice to how to take forward your journey. They say be strong enough to stand alone, smart enough to know when you need help, and brave enough to ask for it. So I would say that when you accept that yes, it needs I need help to get on with this particular project or a committee or something, it is always easier for you to lead a team. Very often we come across leaders who maybe because of their ego or maybe because they don't want to concede that they are not good at it, or they don't want to concede that they are not good enough, they often take arrogant decisions without consulting others and end up in sticky situations. So if you are planning to become a good leader, a successful leader, you have to learn acceptance. You have to accept that not everything is in your control, not everything you know. You have to accept that there are people who are better than you, there are sources. We need to reach out if you want to learn more about a subject. So always keep that open and to solutions, so that when you need it, you are able to reach out to people who can help you with it. And when you do that, you're becoming one step closer to becoming a successful leader yourself. The fourth point that I would like to bring as an attribute of a successful leader is delegation. Delegation is a very important part of leadership. You are a person, you have your limitations. You can't do all of it together with just you in the team. You need to trust people in your team. You need to delegate tasks for them. You need to assess people, understand who is good at what, and delegate tasks to them for that particular ability that they possess. When you're able to do that, you're able to divide the task, and as a result, you are able to create a team which is not just there for mere existence. It is a team which is out to achieve that dream. They say that dream works when team works. So you have to delegate things to your team members, and you have to divide it in a way that each and everyone feels that they are being taken care of, they are given their due respect and due appreciation for the things that they are set out to achieve. So as a leader, as a successful leader, delegation is a very, very important attribute of a successful leader. If you are able to delegate properly to your teammates, you can rest assured that the goal will be achieved ultimately. If you find that delegating it to the wrong person is somehow taking a toll on your goal, you can always correct it. You can give it to other people. You can add a few more people to assist the person who's finding it difficult when you delegate him with the task. So as a successful leader, delegation forms a very important part. You need to learn the art of delegation, because Stephen Covey says we accomplish all that we do through delegation, either to time or to other people. So we need to delegate time, as well as we need to delegate tasks to people. Only when you are able to do that can you call yourself a successful leader. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm is something that keeps you going. You have your goal, you have your plan, but what keeps you going? It's enthusiasm. When you lack enthusiasm, you'll not find the energy to go about it. And when a leader does not have the enthusiasm or the energy, it reflects in the team members as well. So when you're leading a team, you need to give that enthusiasm to the others. You need to keep reviving the enthusiasm. There can be ups, there can be lows. Things are not always rosy. Nobody has promised that it will be a bed of roses. It's going to be tough. It is going to be a rocky ride. But when you're set to achieve a goal, you need to keep that enthusiasm within yourself, and you need to give it to the team members as well, so that you maintain their enthusiasm, keep them motivated, appreciate them for every little things that they are able to achieve. And when you can do that, you can maintain the enthusiasm in your team, and that's when you become a successful leader. Because they said, like Henry Ford said, you can do anything if you have enthusiasm. So go for it. The task may look very uphill. Exactly like when I took up the vice chair of technology for CETAC 2022, I was totally clueless how the journey forward will be. I was at times like a little confused as well, but the enthusiasm that ultimately we have to have the best CETAC 2022, virtual CETAC 2022 ever kept me alive. And that's the enthusiasm that I could pass on to my team. And ultimately we were able to take it through very easily and without any hiccups, without any glitches. And that's what is enthusiasm. You have to keep your enthusiasm alive, as well as the members in your team. You have to keep their enthusiasm alive as well. Only then you become a successful leader. Last but not the least, resilience. Resilience is not about being able to bounce back like nothing has happened. Resilience is your consistent resistance to give up. When you make it in your mind, when you think that no matter what hardships I have to face, I will achieve the goal, that's resilience. Resilience is never giving up. There may be hardships, there may be blocks, there may be a lot of things that happen against your will, against your control. You should never give up as a leader. No matter how uphill the task looks, you should keep on going. And with the lucidity that you have created before, keep that enthusiasm alive, keep it alive for the team members as well. And with resilience, nothing is unachievable. You can achieve anything under the sun, and you can become a good leader, pure resilience. If you are able to bounce back each time something happens which is not planned, if you still are able to bounce back, then it is a fact that you are a good leader. Now, to sum it all up, yes, leaders can be made, like we all said in the starting. And where do we make leaders? In Toastmasters, I would say, like the tagline says, where leaders are made. Leaders are people who lead from the front. Leaders are people who have envisioned the goal and are out to reach that goal. Leaders are people who accept their own limitations and accept advices from the people around them. Leaders are people who can delegate to other people. And leaders are people who are able to keep up the enthusiasm and keep that enthusiasm alive for the team members as well. Leaders are also people who are able to keep that resilience alive in themselves. It may look like an uphill task, it may look impossible, but once you make up your mind, once you have all these qualities in yourself, you are bound to become a true leader, a leader who can lead a team to success. And I'm so happy that in these past 12 years that I've been in this fraternity of Toastmasters, one after the other, I have been given opportunities to lead a team as the VP membership of a club, as the president of a club, as the committee chair, as a vice chair of a committee, and many more such small and big opportunities where I was given the opportunity to discover the leader within me. When I was able to discover the leader within me, I was able to give back to the fraternity from which I have learned so much. It's not only communication. I was one person who used to think that communication can be learned, but becoming leaders, you cannot do that on your own. You cannot make a leader because leaders are born. That's what I assumed before I joined Toastmasters. But thanks to this fraternity, the support that it gave me, and this is one platform where you never fail. It gives you enough opportunities to bounce back. It gives you enough opportunities to enhance yourself, your skills, your communication skills as well as your leadership skills. And it will never let you fail. It will never ever let you fail. So let me stop sharing. When it comes to leadership, I think that we all have some traits in ourselves. In some people, it is very evident. It is very obvious. When you see an outspoken person, you know that, yeah, he's bound to become a leader. You can see people around you who take things on their heads. You know, when there's some program is going on, or some organizing a program or something of that sort, they come out on their own. They ask for roles to play in that, and they are leaders. They are born leaders. There are also leaders like me who need a little push, who need a little support. But ultimately, we also come out of the shell when we have that support around us. And like with Toastmasters and organizations like this, where supportive people are around you, everyone can bloom as a leader. Ultimately, when it comes to leadership, you only have to remember the 6 points that I mentioned. Lead from the front. What are the points? Let me ask you one by one so that I can engage my audience as well. What was the second one?
Envision.
Yes, envision, exactly. Third one. Would anybody like to add?
Acceptance.
Acceptance, exactly. You have to accept your capabilities, your disadvantage, and also accept people's advices. What's next?
Delegation.
Yes, delegation is an important part of leadership. You need to learn the art of delegation. You need to know whom to delegate the task and how it can be performed. What's the next one?
Enthusiasm.
Enthusiasm, exactly. Enthusiasm keeps you alive, keeps your team alive. So you have to be enthusiastic yourself, and you have to pass that energy and enthusiasm to your team members. And what's the last point that I made? Anybody? Resilience, exactly. Resilience is something that makes you a leader. If you are a resilient leader, you can be sure that you are going to reach that goal. And when you are sure about that, you will become a successful leader one day or the other. Now, at this point, let me wish the new set of Exicom members who are going to take this leadership opportunity that has been presented to them by the club members. I think that you have a wonderful opportunity in front of you. Make the most of it. Go for it. It may look uphill. It may look a little more challenging than you expected, but never ever give up. With resilience, with all that enthusiasm, you can achieve the goal that you are set to achieve. And here's my advice to the new Exicom. Whenever you need advice, we are all there to support you. Please do ask us for help if you feel that you have your hands full. We are always there to support you. And with enthusiasm, resilience, and with everything that you have in your artillery, I'm sure that all of you are going to be successful leaders in this platform called Toastmasters, because it's here where leaders are made, and it is here that will never let you fail. It is an opportunity for you to realize your dreams of becoming a successful leader. And here's wishing all of the new Exicom members the very best in your journey forward to become a successful leader. And I hope and wish that you learn a lot from this year that is ahead of you, the term that is ahead of you. You'll have your set of challenges, you'll have your set of setbacks. But having said all that, if you are resilient, if you have the enthusiasm, and if you keep going, and if you have a goal that is set, nothing is going to stop you from achieving it. So with that, I end my keynote speech and I give the control back to the Toastmasters. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster Vijitha, for giving us this speech in your inimitable informal style, and what a profound concept on how to become a leader. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you would have realized that less is indeed more. So with just 2 speeches, we have a lot to think tonight, isn't it? So with that, we have come to the end of the prepared speech session. Can I have the timers report, please? Toastmaster Ramesan.
Toastmaster Sai Satyala, who was doing his project 2, level 1 project 2. He took 6 minutes, 28 seconds. And Toastmaster Vijita Murali was delivering his speech, level 5 project 2. Toastmaster Vijita Murali took 20 minutes, 2 seconds. Both are qualified. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramesan, and congratulations for keeping up with the time to both the speakers. And since we have only 2 speakers, we will not be launching the polls today. So congratulations once again. Now it's time for the most exciting part of our meeting, the table topic session. And to conduct tonight's table topic session, we have Madam Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia. Madam Mudra is a chemical engineer from Gujarat, India, an aspiring entrepreneur, a self-confessed novice that is questionable in Toastmastering, learning the ropes of the trade. And she likes reading books, listening to music, and playing with her son. Fellow Toastmasters, please help me to welcome Madam Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia to conduct the table topic session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your elevated introduction, sir. Now, table topics is one session which everyone looks forward to, since it is an important session. Can you give me 1 second?
No problem, Madam Mudra. So that's something called as multitasking, yeah?
Sorry for the interruption. Table topics is the one session which everyone looks forward to. Since it is an important session which helps us all develop the practice of thinking on our feet and then almost instantly delivering a speech in a proper structured way. Giving a speech in front of many people gives most of us cold feet. Can you imagine giving a speech when you're totally unprepared for it? That's why it is important to prepare for the unknown. Sorry.
So we have a young Cavalier with us over there.
This session is one where all the participants of the meeting and even guests can participate. So let's see who are the brave hearts who will be taking up the challenge I have prepared for you today. And let's begin the TT session. Can I share my slides, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you can.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Can you see the slides?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you. So the first TT topic is, if you have one thing to let go, one material thing that you have to let go, what would it be and why? I would repeat the table topic. If you have one material thing that you have to let go of, what would it be and why? Any takers for the session?
I think, madam, you need to pick someone.
You can choose, or I can attempt this one.
Sure, sir.
Toastmaster
Go ahead.
Mehul.
Are you able to hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Okay. There is only one thing that up and you have no control over is the time. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, TT Master, friends. As the question suggests, that what would be the one material thing that you would let go in your life, that will be nothing but my watch. This watch keeps on ticking, keeps on reminding, keeps on telling you, rush, rush, rush. This is one thing that has made humans like machines. We have to understand, we are not machine. We don't have just one thing called time. We have emotions, we have feelings, we have health, we have body, we have family, and many more dimensions which I cannot say in very short duration. But in current world, in 21st century, we just give so importance to the time. Time is just an indicator. We need to understand that. The remaining other are also important, or probably more important than just time. So if Mudra madam asked me what material thing you will back, then time will be the one, my watch, which keeps on ticking, keeps waking me up at 6 o'clock. I would give it up. Over to you, TT Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mehul. Now, we'll go to the second slide. Can you see the second slide?
Yes, ma'am, very much.
Yeah. So the second topic is, if there is one virtue or habit that you can exchange in place of one of your existing ones, what would it be and why? I would request our guest, Madam Safa, to please be brave enough to try this topic. If there is one virtue that you can exchange in place of an existing one, what would it be and why? Madam Safa? I guess then I'll have to call someone else. Ma'am Meera?
Well, if there's one virtue I want to acquire, that would be the art of listening. I have always been I don't know which to exchange it with, but I do not know how many virtues I have with me. But this is one virtue I definitely did not have. I always have been a dreamer, even during the class, in the classrooms. My teachers have caught me looking out of the window, talking to my friends, and I prefer to do that rather than sit quiet and listen to what was being said. So many times my husband asked me, do you know what happened last time when we were in Kerala? Did you hear what my mother said, or what my sister said, or maybe what happened during a party last time? Sometimes I struggle to remember what happened, and that time I wonder why I could not listen and be present when it was needed. It has happened many a time, and that was what I felt during a meeting, in a Mind Academy meeting too. Sometimes my mind just wanders away and goes to different places when somebody is talking about something, and I catch on that point, which was like when Vijita was talking about, Toastmaster Vijita was talking about leadership. I was wondering, like, I suddenly, my mind wandered. I don't why I couldn't become a leader, and why leadership has always eluded me. What were the reasons which it sort of continued, the thought process continued. And when Vijita asked at the end, like, to tell the points which I sort of enumerated, I was like, oh my God, there again goes my listening on for a shot. So that is one virtue, dear Toastmaster, Table Topics Master, which I would like to learn. If anybody has the, a lesson to teach on the art of listening, I'll be the first one to join in. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Meera. Before I reveal the third topic, I would request Mr. Ketan to be brave enough to. Ketan sir is not there. Mr. Sushil, can you take up the next topic? Mr. Sushil? In that case, Ma'am Shahida, can you take up the next topic?
I will try, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, here is your topic. Inspire yourself for the next few minutes to do something which you were hesitant to do. Inspire yourself for the next few minutes to do something which you were hesitant to do. Over to you, Toastmaster Shahida.
Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Actually, the table topic which is given us, do something which for the next few minutes, which you were hesitant to do. I'm very, I think my point is so lucid that that is what I'm doing now for the next 2 minutes. I'm a kind of person who never wants to come in front of mic and speak. I still remember when I was in 10th standard, my only wish was I should never get higher toppers mark or top. I should never be the topper in the school, because toppers have to come in front of the mic and they have to speak few words. That kind of student I was, and now nowadays I am that kind of person who is always regularly meeting people and speaking. So I think the most hesitant thing which I used to do is public speaking, and even taking up this about this table topic also. I'm not that very much happy with that. I'm not that very much comfortable also. But even then, when ma'am asked me whether can you take up even without seeing the topic, I said, okay, I will try. So I think this is the most important thing. Whatever, whether we are pleased to do, whether we are happy to do, whether we are comfortable to do, just try, go for a try, and maybe it will make much more changes in your life. Just try for that. That's what even Vijita ma'am gave in her speech. Leaders are not born, they are made. When we get the space, when we get the platform, whatever, whether we are hesitant or not, it doesn't matter. We will be able to success in whatever we do. That's what I believe. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shahida, for being brave enough. Now, I like to choose another person before we go to the fourth topic. Toastmaster Sai, Are you willing to take up? Or Toastmaster Ranjit, whoever is willing?
Yes, I am ready to take.
Okay, Toastmaster Sai. So here is your topic. Can you see the topic? Why are
Yes.
all the colors important? Wouldn't it be better if everything was just white, black, and gray? Why are all the colors important? Wouldn't it be better if everything was just black, white, and gray? Over to you, Toastmaster Sai.
So, 1 minute. Yeah. So, good evening, all. Color. Generally, if we think about different personalities or different mentalities of people, we cannot survive with the same mentality. Like people say, if two people are having the same characteristics, they cannot be friends or they cannot be life partners. It is very difficult. And we cannot even find two people or a group of people who think in the same way, behaves in the same way. And it will not be interesting also. We will have fun, we'll have emotions, we'll have happiness, everything. If we have different characteristics and mentalities come together. So if we see in the nature also, we cannot, I personally feel that we cannot see only one color or two colors in the nature. The nature should be colorful. That is why we always try to go away from the city life and try to spend some time in different locations where the ambience is soothing. It will make our life, our minds fresh, and we'll start again. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sai. That concludes our table topic session. Can I have the timers report, please, sir?
Yeah.
So you are audible.
Yeah. Toastmaster, the first speaker, Toastmaster Mehul Chavan, took 1 minute 40 seconds. Second speaker, Toastmaster Meera Nambiar, took 2 minutes 3 seconds. Third speaker, Toastmaster Shahida Shanawaz, took 2 minutes 1 second. And fourth speaker, Toastmaster Sai Satyala, took 1 minute 32 seconds. All are qualified. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, sir. In that case, I would request the vote counter launch the polls. Thank you. And thank you all for bearing with me through the table topic session. Sorry for the little bit of interruption right at the start. Let's continue the educational session. I'll hand over the mic to our TMOD. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Madam Mudra, and for that beautifully conducted table topics. And I'm sure you are not complaining. It is less. We all know it's more. Thank you, ma'am. So be positive, be encouraging, uplift the spirit, and inspire the speaker to improve. That is the motto of the Toastmasters evaluation. To conduct tonight's evaluation session, we have with us a brilliant Toastmaster and evaluator in his own standing, who's gone at the district level. please welcome Toastmaster R.N. Balasubramaniam to conduct tonight's evaluation session. Toastmaster Balasubramaniam is an electronic and instrumentation engineer. He is a professional hockey player and played at the state level tournaments. He's also the co-founder of our dear Mind Academy, an aspiring sports coach and interested in strategic studies for sports and foreign affairs. Please help me to welcome the general evaluator for tonight, Toastmaster Balasubramaniam. Over to you, sir.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Murli sir, for those really kind and inspiring introduction. Thank you once again. Value drives any organization in the best possible way, and what best can be described when it comes to Toastmasters, because the positive reflections of the presentations, which has been best reflected in means of evaluation, is the best way to share anyone and everyone to improve and move them in the right direction. And that is a value which Toastmasters hold very dear to everyone. Now, we'll have our second evaluator doing the first evaluation, because let me take some time to introduce him to the august audience, because it deserves every bit. To start with, he's a doctor by profession. So I think that will be the starters to start with. And I would say he's a great human being. I have a personal anecdote to share with. I've been always grateful, sir, because my mother, she was traveling and she was in her quarantine when she was going through a rough patch. And here, Dr. Sundar is there just over a phone, medicating her, and she came Saudi safe and secure. I'm always grateful for that, sir. And that testimony is the way this leader has always been beyond Toastmasters and be Toastmasters. Today, there is a session. He's a presiding officer. He's there at the other session, and here he is with us. And now, last but not the least, the reigning SATAC champion in humor, TT evaluation, and second runner-up in international speech contest as well. I think it's a pleasure, delight, and honor to have you in our midst, sir, evaluating our Madam President. That is befitting for the whole process, I believe, sir. So the virtual floor is all yours. We are all ears to listen and learn from you, sir. The floor is all yours.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator, Toastmaster R.N. Bala. Fellow Toastmasters and my dear speaker, Toastmaster Vijita, a warm good evening to one and all. Can any one of you say what is the tagline that we always feel proud about in Toastmasters?
Where leaders are made.
Where leaders are made. Yes, that's great. So we all believe that we are in a platform where leaders are made. But here we had a speaker who came to us asking a question, are leaders really made? She had a belief that leaders are born. But then what was the paradigm shift that happened that made her also think that leaders are indeed made? What a great keynote speech which Toastmaster Vijita delivered to us all. Some of the best parts of her speech were the lucidity of the message, the clarity of the content, and the creativity of the presentation. It was not just a rhetorical question that she threw at all of us at the beginning of the session, but she went on to explain how she evolved as a leader and how we all can evolve as leaders, and how I have been motivated that I can see a leader in each and every one of us whom I see in my fraternity and around me. And all that it takes is just those 6 letters, and creatively put it into an acronym that's lead from the front, envision, acceptance, delegation, enthusiasm, and resilience. At the beginning, I was thinking like, what is this monotony of thoughts that she is giving in all of those words? But then later on, when we connect the dots that she was trying to frame the acronym, that was the best part of the message that really drove home into all our minds that leaders are definitely made and everyone can be made into a leader. Having said that, Toastmaster Vijita also had one of the best aspects of a clear keynote speech. You know, most of the great speakers, they say that every keynote speech has to have a point and example, a point and example. So that was the key element in which way Toastmaster Vijita was delivering her speech. Every aspect of her acronym, which she framed for the leader, she had an example to share with. Having said that, Toastmaster Vijita, we always would love to see you at an even higher echelon as a keynote speaker, as a great communicator, and as an even better leader. So for that, I have 3 points to you with examples as well. First one, break the stereotype. We all tend to take up examples from what we know that is close to us. Toastmasters, of course, is a fraternity that we are all discussing with. But why not move out of a little bit of Toastmasters? You said you are a homemaker. And why not give a great example from your life? You had difficult patches all through your life. You have faced challenges so many. We would all be interested. What was your leadership trait at that point in time? The second thing, when less is more. We always say that Toastmasters, we should avoid all those filler words. I personally found a filler phrase that you used very often. You know. And that is a place where you could have used a pause. And pause is one thing that demonstrates to all of us communicators that a powerful pause is more than a lengthy phrase. So that is where less is more comes in. And the last but not the least, leaving behind a mark. As a keynote speaker, you have to deliver a deathly punch that takes home the message to all of us. I could see that after you finished off with the acronym, you were literally looking at the timer, when would the green light go on? And that was actually something that you could have avoided. And rather than, you could phrase it in such a way that you are asking as a call for action. Do you believe that you too can be a leader? Do you believe that you can make a leader of everyone that you see around you? So with these three recommendations, break the stereotype, when less is more, and leaving a mark, I'm sure, Toastmaster Vijitha, you are going to be a great communicator, a great orator, and a great leader. Over to you, Mr. Single Evaluator.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Sundar, sir, for making your mark and making your presence felt, sir. Actually, I was a little nervous and edgy because there is another session where you are the main presiding officer and still you are with us, supporting us. Thanks a lot. I'm sure those 3 points are going to add a lot of value to our president, and also it was a great learning lesson for all of us at Mind Academy as well, sir. Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Bala, for inviting me. Thanks to all the Mind Academy Toastmasters and leaders for having me here for this great opportunity. It's indeed a pleasure being here. As Toastmaster Bala said, I may have to sign off now and bid bye-bye to you all. And the world is short. Sometime we will all meet up personally, or we can all catch up on another meeting.
Gladly, sir. The pleasure was all ours. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
So thank you.
One moment, Toastmaster Bala. I just want to display the certificate of appreciation for our guest evaluator because he is leaving right now. So I'll just share it right away. Thank you so much, DTM Sundar Ramalingam, sir. Indeed, we are, it was our pleasure and privilege having you with us today as the evaluator. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate your efforts in supporting a young club like us. Thank you so much, sir. I know you are in a hurry to join another meeting.
Really
so
appreciate that. No, don't bother about it. I have made arrangements for that one, so it's not a problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Wish
you,
all
sir.
the very
Thank
best.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye, sir. See you. So, next in line, we have an evaluator who is known for his coffee house, which is still in our memories. A trainer, a calm personality, an avid lover for photography, person who is always encouraging others. Our past Vice President Educations of Periyar Toastmasters Club, an ardent supporter and an inspiring father for two of our Cavaliers. Toastmaster Vijay Raghavan, sir. The floor is all yours to evaluate our Toastmaster Sai Kishore. The floor is all yours, sir.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Bala, for that lucid introduction. Thank you very much. Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and my dear guest, and our speaker, Toastmaster Sai Kishore in particular. Good evening. Toastmaster Sai Kishore, first of all, let me congratulate you for completing your project, level 1, project 2, very lucidly and elegantly. You have been a successful person in achieving it. People are felt rather than seen after a few moments. I was eagerly observing your opening sentence and the title of the speech, I don't know. we consider I don't know as a negative word, or we can say a terminology which we commonly use for escaping from some responsibilities. But you have stated very clearly that it is not a negative state of mind. I appreciate the way in which you have crafted the speech and how you connected the title with your speech and the body of the further advanced level of your speech. So the key content, I don't know, that was that title you connected with each and every segment of your speech. So congratulations for keeping that attraction with the audience. So you connected the audience very well with your title. And while advancing your speech to the next level, it was very evident that how you were taken the examples from your own life to state that, okay, how it was not considered as a negative, rather than considering it as a negative, seeking and acknowledging or observing people rather than concluding on a judgment. So that terminology, so you practiced in your life. So that helped you for improving in your strategy about observing people. That was very clearly you stated in your speech. And the examples you have taken about your child, about your son and your friend. So when you talk about your examples from your own life, it was coming from your mind, inner mind. I observed one thing, that when you started this speech, intermittently you were utilizing that speech notes in your hand, and your attention was going to that. But when you talk about your own personal experience, about your son, about your friend, you were connected with the audience. You were looking at the audience, and so that connectivity you established at the second half of the speech, that you well managed, and I observed that improvement in that thing. And and one more thing about the body language. So used your hand gestures properly, and as a recommendation, because as this project, when you continue the next project, the recommendation from this project is utilized for your improvement in the next project. My recommendation: find out the improvement in your connectivity to the audience by not trying keeping the notes in your hand. So your connectivity improvement will be visible in the next speech. Over to you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Viju Raghavan. I think that is a precise and apt recommendation for a beginner. I'm sure Toastmaster Sai will be making every note of it, and it will be a value addition for him, and it's a value addition process for all of us Toastmasters, how connecting with your audience makes the difference in the overall process. Thank you once again, Toastmaster Viju. Now, we have a Toastmaster who's again very cool, relaxed, supportive, Area 53 Executive Team Secretary and member of Arabian Toastmasters Club Executive Team as well. She is very relaxed, composed when I was inviting her for today's session. And she is a division level humor champion as well. A teacher by profession, a great team member to have in your team wherever you go with. Madam Toastmaster Vasanthi Sai Krishna is there to evaluate the table topic speakers for the evening. The floor is all yours, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bala, for the energetic introduction. And good evening, dear Toastmasters. I would like to congratulate the TT Master for picking the good table topics for today's session. And I would like to congratulate all our TT speakers even. The first table topic, if you have to let go of one material thing, what would it be? Toastmaster Mehul has attempted very well and well started with good example time with by using a prop in his hand. I suggest my humble suggestion for him to arrange the thoughts quickly and can try to attempt with the more energy for the better success. And the second topic for today's session is one habit to exchange in the place of one of your existing one. Toastmaster Meera has attempted very well, and I am sure that most of our Toastmasters should improve this, and we are eager to improve the quality which he has suggested, art of listening. We are here for improving the skill, and my humble suggestion for that is, I think if you could explain clearly about the particular thing which you wanted to exchange, the virtue which you wanted to exchange, the particular thing you didn't stress on that, Toastmaster Meera. I would like my humble suggestion, if you could stress on that topic fully, it would be more helpful as a speaker. And our third speaker tonight is Toastmaster Shahida. Inspire yourself for the thing which is few months to do something which you are hesitated to do. Well started without any hesitation. I can say that with your personal story, and my humble suggestion, be more comfortable and go with the flow. Whatever the thoughts in your mind, just go with the flow. And as you said, just try everything, whatever comes in your way. I'm sure you will be a better speaker. And our fourth topic today is, why are all the colors important? Would it be better if everything was just white, black, or gray? Toastmaster said, well attempted, good start with great emotions. You have touched all the emotions which we are facing in our regular life. My humble suggestion is, again, just take a moment, think, organize your thoughts in few seconds, whichever you have the time in your hands, and just go with the flow. And all the very best for the speakers. And over to you, Toastmaster Bala.
Thank you, Madam Vasanthi, for sharing your thoughts and insights. I'm sure it inspired the table topic master for sure, and also it added a lot of value for the table topic speakers as well, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and insights. And COVID and online, if it has to be a blessing, all three evaluators for the evening have joined from different parts of the globe. They are not with us in Jubail. I think that is a blessing in disguise, and that is how we have to be optimistic in times of constraints, if I have to say so. So thank you to all the evaluators who shared a lot of value addition to us as speakers. And now, before we proceed further, may I invite a timer to share the timing report for the evaluation session. Toastmaster Rameshan, sir.
Good evening once again. The first evaluator, that is the Toastmaster Viju Raghavan. Toastmaster Viju Raghavan took 3 minutes 42 seconds. DTM Sundar Ramalingam took 3 minutes 44 seconds, and Toastmaster Vasanthi Sai Krishna took 2 minutes 36 seconds. Toastmaster Vasanthi Sai Krishna is qualified. Other two evaluators are not qualified. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing the timers report with us, sir. Thank you. So may I have the grammarian and word masters report for the session? Toastmaster Beena, ma'am. To share your lucid observations for the session, ma'am. That was a point of trying to be on the scoreboard on the Wordmaster's tally to be lucidly available on the scoreboard till the time our grammarian and Wordmaster settles herself with. I think she is there to take us through the lucid grammarian and Wordmaster report. The virtual podium is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Warm good evening to all again. Very happy to listen all the speeches. Theme of the day is less is more, but for using the word of the day. Using many times is more only. So, TM Murli Rao sir, Sai sir, Vijita ma'am, Sundar Ramlingam sir, Viju Raghavan sir, use the word of the day many times. And the quotes. Today, Vijita ma'am's speech is full of quotes. So, a leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Lead from front. A goal without plan is just a wish. Be strong enough to stand alone, smart enough to know when you need help, and brave enough to ask for it. You can do anything if you have an enthusiasm. Resilience is not about being able to bounce back like nothing has happened. Resilience is your consistent resistance to give up. So, great quotes used by today in speeches. Some, I think so, improper use. I can say people are felt. There's not people felt. Carving, we can use craving. Around people, either we use about people. And lucid clarity, both together we cannot use. It's about only lucid. So it's all about this. So it's a wonderful session and great usage of the word lucidity. Thank you. Over to you, Pala sir.
Thanks a lot, Madam Toastmaster Beena ma'am, for taking us through that intense grammarian and wordmaster report. Now, it's time for me to share my fair share of observations over the program. So I think this has been a great takeaway for me, not only in this particular episode or this particular session, it has been over this whole season. Now, what is that? You have two powerhouses at the top of the pack, driving the team with ease and grace. I'm talking about Madam President and Vice President Education, who were behind preparation of this session right after our previous session. That is, after our meeting 48 was over, the assignees were quickly assigned, formed. So that gave a good heads up. There was a lot of clarity. Unfortunately, there were a couple of dropouts, but the sheer clarity with which the top of the pack was driving the session, it was very easy for all the assignees. What were the platform or what is the speech programs which the speakers are going to attempt, who are going to be the assignees, who are going to follow out. Every bit of communication was clear, precise. There were a lot of happenings around with Mind Academy and Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. There were a lot of things happening around 3rd anniversary, but still that clear communication from the top of the team helped the whole session to be conducted with relaxed ambience. I thought that was a great takeaway message for me, not only in this particular session, but it was this clear communication, I feel, was the reason or the secret for the success for the Jasmine Brigade, I would say so. So I think that is a great positive which we had through this session. And the assignees took their roles to precision, and a great inspiring start from Toastmaster of the Day. The table topic master came out with very interesting set of topics. The grammarian and word master coming out with a very interesting word, lucid. And as always, the Dravid for the pack. I guess Toastmaster Ramesh sir came with this Pareto analysis of 80-20. Always a delight to watch. If Murli sir has to say him as Dravid, for me, he is always the Maestro Ilayaraja. He comes with this melody versions, which is always great to learn and listen always. So inspiring speeches from our speakers for the evening, Toastmaster Vijita ma'am and Toastmaster Sai Garu. So it's a great beginning. We had two spectrums, one at level 5, one at level 1, but that shares what is the amount of progression we are happening. One is going through, I think she's there now. It's just a question of time that magic 3-letter word is going to come in. So we'll all wait for that. So it was a great experience and evaluation coming from inspiring leaders like Toastmaster Viju, Toastmaster Dr. Sundar, and Madam Toastmaster Vasanti from different parts of the globe helps us develop our skills as speakers and leaders to progress in life. Now, as always in Toastmasters, we seek for improvement because there are moments of I don't know. So one is having this time aspect. We started a couple of minutes delayed as a beginning. I think we started at 6:18 rather than 6:15. So that is something which is minor, which we can correct going forward. And also we had a lot of members dropping out for the evening. So we understand that it is a kind of a vacation season setting in. And probably fag end of the season as well. So those could be the reasons. But having said that, it's always good to have the full pack in house. So we can give a reminder to another member. So that is an aspect which we can do. Buddy program kind of an aspect where at least one member reminds another member. So in this way, we can keep the whole flock together. So that is a recommendation which I thought we can look forward, work forward, going for the next season with the new team getting in. So there was a great lesson for all of us, and I think the leadership team will be taking forward. I think that clear communication would be something which we can look forward to hold back as a value for Team Mind, I believe so. It was a wonderful opportunity. Thanks to Vice President Education, who has been a pillar of support through the process in this session and also through this season. And also to the President, Madam Vijita, for being a great sense of inspiration for all of us. So with that note, I thank this opportunity and hand over the virtual podium back to the inspiring leader, Toastmaster Murli Rao sir. The floor is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bala, for that extremely well-conducted evaluation session. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we all agree that it was the case. Please give a virtual round of applause to Toastmaster R.N. Bala Subramaniam and his team of excellent evaluators. With that, I will request Madam Toastmaster Meera to provide us the winners on acknowledgement of recognitions to the participants. Over to you, Madam.
Thank you. I just had a doubt, Madam President. There was a tie I saw on the TT, so I should announce both, right?
You can vote for one and break the tie.
Okay.
You will be voting to break the tie.
Okay, fine. Thank you. I'll just announce in a minute if I can share.
Yes, ma'am, you can share.
Yeah, just a minute. Can you see it?
Yes, Madam.
Okay, so let me announce the winners for today's meeting. The Best Evaluator Award goes to Toastmaster Vasanti Sai Krishna. Congratulations, Toastmaster Vasanti Sai Krishna.
Thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The Best Table Topics Award goes to Toastmaster Shahida Shahnawaz. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shahida Shahnawaz. You can move on to speak more and more. Be confident. This is for you, Toastmaster Shahida. Congratulations again. The best speaker, of course, we had two speakers, And so both of them have been awarded with the Best Speaker Award, Toastmaster Vijita Murli and Toastmaster Sai Kishore. Congratulations to both of you. And that's it from me. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Madam Meera, for taking us through the winners for today, and congratulations to all the winners and surely to our audience as well. So fellow Toastmasters, stepping into the shoes of Toastmaster of the Day was a memorable experience to me, and I cannot ask for more anytime now. So I have enjoyed being your Toastmaster tonight and hope you all had a very enjoyable session too. A lot of food for thought, isn't it? I express my sincere gratitude to our President, Madam Toastmaster Vijita Murli, and our VP Education, Madam Toastmaster Meera, for giving me this wonderful learning opportunity. Signing off from here, Toastmaster Murli Rao. And back to you, Madam President.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Murli Rao, and dear audience members, a round of applause for our Toastmaster of the Day for conducting it with such ease and elan. I must say the whole session, it was just like a symphony, with everything in order. It was absolutely a wonderful experience for all of us here, be it the speeches, the PT session, or the evaluation session. Everything was conducted marvelously well. Thanks to you, Toastmaster of the Day, for giving us this wonderful meeting. Meeting number 49 of Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. So now, after the education session, let me take you to the business session. And first of all, let me share the screen and share the certificate of appreciation for our guest evaluator, Toastmaster Vasanthi Sai Krishna. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vasanthi, for your valuable services today as a guest evaluator. Indeed, we learned a lot from you. Thank you. I'm sure that all of the TT speakers must have benefited from your valuable suggestions. Thank you so much for being a part of this meeting today. Thank you once again. Now we have come to the business session, and we have a very important business to do today. That is the election of our next ExCom team. As you all know, we had a meeting previously where we had the nomination and the floor, I'll leave it to our nomination committee chair, Toastmaster Bala. He'll take us through the further proceedings, and we'll get to know who are going to lead the club in the coming term. So it's over to our nomination committee chair, Toastmaster Bala, for the further proceedings. Over to you, Toastmaster Bala.
Thanks a lot, Madam President, for giving me this exciting opportunity to take through this important business session for the season. As we all discussed during our previous ad hoc meeting, so we had the nominated members list which was shared. Now we will quickly go through this process. I will share the nominated members for the respective executive committee post, and then subsequently we will open up for if there is any new member who wants to go in for the positions. So now let me go through this nomination list as per the nominated team which was there. So, and then subsequently we will discuss further. So now the nominated Sergeant at Arms for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Sai Nandakishore Satyala. So the nominated member for the role of a treasurer for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey. The nominated club secretary for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Beena Modi. The nominated vice president public relations for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia. The nominated Vice President membership for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Jyoti Bala. The nominated Vice President Education for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. The nominated president for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Ramisan Nambia. So this is the nominated list of members for each executive role for season 2022-2023 for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. So the floor is open for any member to go for any position for his or her for any of the roles. I repeat, the floor is open for any member for himself or herself for going for any of the posts for nominated positions for the season 2022-2023. So for one last time, I would go for the call for entry for any of the nominations for season 2022-2023 nominations for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club. Having heard none, I request my fellow nomination committee member and my mentor to. Yes, sir.
Good evening, Bala, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters. And let me take this opportunity to pass a motion to freeze the nominations and go ahead for election for these nominated members. Request any one of your members to please second the motion.
I second the motion.
So thank you. I think with the motion being seconded, I guess we can have these nominated members as the elected members for the season 2022-2023. So I guess thank you to distinguished Toastmaster Muralikrishnan sir and Madam President for helping me in this process. Thank you. And I once again now declare the following as the elected members till the time the installation is done. So the Sergeant at Arms elect for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Sai Nandakishore Satyala. The elected treasurer for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Chanchal Pandey. The secretary elect for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Beena Modi. The vice president public relations elect for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Mudra Sisodia. The vice president membership elect for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Jyoti Bala. The vice president education elect for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Mehul Chauhan. And the president elect for Mind Academy Toastmasters Club for season 2022-2023 is Toastmaster Ramisan Nambia. Looking back, it just feels like yesterday where a baton was passed from one team to another. Quickly, just like a fraction of a second, another team is handing over the baton. It was a pleasure, honor, and delight to be part of this process. And I sincerely thank the Jasmine Brigade for giving this opportunity to take through this nomination process. Thank you, and back to you, Madam President. The floor is all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bala, the nomination committee chair, for taking us through the official election process. And congratulations to Toastmaster Rameshan sir and the whole new set of leaders who are going to lead our club in the coming term. I'm sure that all of you are going to make our club proud. And here's wishing all of you the very best, and we promise you all support and cooperation in your journey forward in the coming term. Now, let me take this opportunity to announce the installation date. We had our EXICOM meeting and we have decided June 30th, Thursday, as the installation ceremony day. And we are going to have it virtually. It will start at 6:30 p.m. KSA. And we'll be coming back with further details and the agenda very soon. And we'll also be having our magazine release during that ceremony. We'll have an installation ceremony. We'll also have annual awards. So a lot to look forward to. Please do join us again on 30th of June, 6:30 p.m. KSA. And it's going to be a wonderful program where we'll be cherishing the journey we had so far in this 1 year. And we'll also be honoring all our award winnees, awardees, because they have given the club a lot of fame and a lot of I would say good name. And we'll be honoring them. We'll be honoring the incoming team. And it's going to be a pleasure to have all of you be part of this very important installation ceremony on 30th of June. And I also request all of you, those of you who have not submitted an article for our magazine yet, you still have time. Please do rush in your entries, your articles, your artwork to our VPPR, Toastmaster Jyoti Bala. She is waiting patiently to hear from all of you and include all your creativity in the magazine, the Musings of the Mind. So I request all of you to please do come forward, rush in your entry. We have very few days left. So if you can do it within a day or two, it will be of great help to compile it together into a great, magazine, which we'll be proud to have and cherish for a long time to come. That's the only announcement that I have to make. Apart from that, is there anything else we need to discuss?
None, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Hearing none, I adjourn this meeting. I also thank all